As we observe Mental Health Awareness Month here in Knox County, it's important to remember that there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help. Many people don't seek treatment in the early stages of mental illness because they don't fully recognize or understand their symptoms. Sadly, this causes delays in treatment for mental health issues, much more so than other health conditions. For instance, when it comes to anxiety disorders, the time between onset of symptoms and treatment can span up to 23 years. This is not acceptable. Research has shown that mental health screenings are an effective process for detecting mental health issues. And the earlier an intervention is applied, the more quickly and effectively it works. We must do a better job of educating one another about the nuanced ways mental health issues present themselves. Acknowledging having feelings or emotions you can't explain isn't a sign of weakness. It's your mind's way of telling you that something isn't quite right. Towards this end, the Mental Health Association provides several online screening tools meant to provide a quick snapshot of a person's mental health. These tools are anonymous, free, and private. Available tests include depression, anxiety, psychosis, bipolar, eating disorder, PTSD, and addiction. Tests specific to parents and youth are also available. It may seem impossible that through a series of simple and straightforward questions related to a specific issue, a screen can determine whether your emotions or behaviors might be signs of a bigger problem. But the Mental Health Association recently reported that 65% of the people who took a screening on their site scored moderate to severe in their chosen testing area. That's surprising for sure, but what is even more surprising and scary is that 60% of those people have never been previously diagnosed. Mental health is about being able to cope with the stressors of normal life. It includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And oftentimes, mental health problems are the result of circumstances outside our own control. But still, our fear of shame and stigma persists. For some, taking one of these mental health screens might be their way of acknowledging, for the very first time, they're dealing with something they can't manage on their own. That's empowering, and it's something to be proud of. It's true, online screenings are not a substitute for a professional diagnosis of a mental health issue. But one of their key components, maybe the best thing, is that they provide the participant with information about the next steps to take based on their results, giving them helpful tools for starting a conversation with a doctor or a loved one and making it a little less overwhelming to begin the journey toward the maintenance of or recovery from their mental health issue. So if you are struggling, speak up and be honest about how you feel. If you aren't ready to speak up, I encourage you to consider using one of the screening tools available through the Mental Health Association website to learn more about what you are experiencing. You may not necessarily like what you find, but it is the first step toward living a more rewarding life. Please don't let stigma stop you from taking that step. Take it now.